Hey guys, so summer's in full swing now, and I've kind of started working on all of my summer projects. And I just finished one of them, which was I had to make something out of only items found in nature, and it had to be like a container or something for an object that you found special. So, done with that. It's hanging up. That was fun. It's difficult to make. It was not, because you couldn't really use, I don't. Anyways, I decided, because I got that one done so quick and I know people were interested in it and I didn't really get too much footage of it, like, or any at all really, that I would include you guys in making my Cornell box, which a lot of people have been talking about. It's the one that I'm basing off the Amityville horror. Wow, ignore my bangs. I have really shitty hair today because reasons. Anyways, I'm going to show you. I haven't started it on it yet. I've just kind of started gathering materials and such. So here we go. Let's see them. Okay, so ignore the fencing swords in the back. But I got some netting and some lace, and then I have this really creepy paper doll that I made. Yeah, and I have a crucifix, and I have like a faucet that you saw in the previous video. I have some newspapers, which are already kind of aged looking, which I'm okay with. And then I have the box. So I'll check back in when I'm done with making the background. Okay, so as you can see, I have cut out lots of little newspaper scraps, and just a quick hint for anyone who is looking to prematurely age basically anything. What you can do, that's my foot, you can put some tea bags, like I just have a bunch of random old tea bags in a pot or bucket of hot water, and it will infuse, and you can dip paper. I've seen bones, I've seen all sorts of things that are generally light in color, and you can stick them in there for however long you want, and well, however long you can basically, depending on how dark you want it, and it should turn that color. Now this looks darker on camera, but right now it's kind of this really gross like pea color. It'll look more aged once you put it onto the paper, because I'm going to be doing newspaper. So you just kind of dip it in there and let it go. But I'm going to let this steep, quote unquote, steep for a little bit, and then age some newspapers. I'm actually using obituaries for this. Cheerful, right? Yeah, I know. Okay, so here are some of the dry newspaper articles that I just pulled out of the tea maybe like an hour and a half ago. As you can see, they have now these like splotches of tea staining, and they will stay that way essentially forever because it's stained into the fabric. So there's definite like signs of like aging, and this newspaper is from like today, I believe, so that's cool. And here are some that I just took out literally about 15 seconds ago. They are soaking wet, so when you take them out of the tea mixture, which now looks like that, when you take them out of the tea mixture, make sure that you are extremely careful, especially if you have like nails like mine, which are kind of disgusting because I have black hair dye all over them, but maybe if it would focus, that would be super. Yeah, come on. There we go. If you have nails that are like that length, make sure you don't rip it, because it's going to be extremely thin, because newspaper is easy to tear already, so adding water on top of that is ridiculous. So I left them in there for about between 45 minutes and an hour and a half, so it's actually a long time, right? And they don't really disintegrate, so just kind of keep an eye on it. The more you leave it in there, obviously the darker it's going to be, so just keep that in mind. And then when you're done with the tea, you can just take all your used tea bags out and throw them away, and then you can just dump the water out because it's tea. So you can just either put it, if you want to put it down your sink, but I want to just do it outside. So yeah, all right, part one done. Okay guys, the next thing that I'm doing is burning some pages of an old book. This is actually a book that I'm using for a different project, so it's not like I just bought a book to burn on purpose. I'm just taking some matches and touching them to the pages, and they light pretty easy because they're pretty old. So you can see, Yes, burned edge. Alright, and then I'm going to overlay these on the newspaper so it gives it kind of a creepier thing, and then I'm going to shred it some more. So, yup. Alright, so I've now thoroughly, it's a car, of course it's a car, thoroughly covered the inside of my box with the burned paper and then the newspaper, and then I stuck a little photo, a little ghost boy. Well, he's not really a ghost boy, but he's going to be. He's a little Victorian boy. And then I'm going to put a layer of wax paper over it to give it like a windowy effect, and then I'm going to put like a little window frame, and it's going to look like he's staring through a window. So, yeah. Alright guys, so here's what it looks like so far. I added, literally every time I film, a car goes by my garage, of course. Anyways, I added some skeleton beads that I had just kind of laying around my house because I'm that kind of person. And then we have them hanging down, being all skeleton-y. And I have a creepy little doll that I have to glue in, but I'm waiting until I get another final element and I can figure out the spacing. And then I have my crucifix. And then I have the faucet. Now these are actually dried bits of hot glue that I put on wax paper and then shaped into a funky shape. And I'm going to paint these black. So when this, alright, let me see if I can do this one with one hand. I'm not 100% sure I can. But essentially, it'll look like that, and it'll be black, and it'll look like you is splashing out of the faucet. So that'll be fun, trying to position it to where it will actually be. So, yeah. This is where I'm at right now, I guess, so onward. Okay, so in order to get the faucet on, which I did, look at that, all by myself. Yeah. I'm actually really proud of myself. Those are really nicely done screws. This is what it looks like. If it would focus, that would be super. I hate my camera. So now I just gotta start putting things in. Look what I did to my finger! It's a blister from the hot glue, so be careful with hot glue, apparently. Alright you guys, here's an update on my box. I have now put in a cassette tape, which was actually originally a Barbra Streisand cassette tape that no one wanted around my house. Then I have a little girl and I dripped some water on her, but we're gonna keep that a secret. And then I have my crucifix in there. So I'm gonna, once this is done drying, because I put it in there before it was completely dry, much to my mistake, I'm gonna wrap and just kind of artfully put the tape around, and then I'm going to be adding words in various places along the thing to finish it all up. So I'm almost done and I'm really excited about that. So there we go. So this is the final box. It's weeks and weeks and weeks later because I have forgotten, essentially, to film the rest of this video, so now it's in my room. Surprise! Here's what it looks like, and I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. If I do anything, it'll be very minimal. I'll probably edit before I turn it in, but this is what it looks like. So thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, leave them below.